This means that we are about to start. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. Very, very happy. I think that it's important that I begin tonight by explaining to you or giving you the story behind Microphone Messengers. Now, this is our 6th annual event, and it's been growing in popularity. Just letting you know that, of course, everything has a beginning. I'm not quite sure if everything has an end quite yet. I'm not too sold on that. But everything does have a beginning. And what you're about to witness tonight actually began 10 years ago. 10 years ago at Melomo's Cafe, where myself, my brother from a different mother, Art Christopher, my sister from a different Mr., Sanja Smith, we came together and we said, you know what? We want to take poetry to another level. We want to take spoken word to another level. And we started having our regular monthly open mics at Melomo's. And I see many familiar faces. Many of you have been there. So thank you so much for your years of support. Now, this has been a 10-year project in the making. 6th annual Microphone Messengers, but 10 years going into the poetry scene in BVI. So just taking you from there, explaining to you the name, Microphone Messengers was actually coined by one of our feature performers, Shawande Uhuru. And it basically stemmed from the fact that poetry, spoken word, there's a message. There is a message. And what you're about to witness tonight are many different messages from people of many different backgrounds. And I'm sure it will be a magical event. So I'm a little hoarse. I've been taking my meds. I've been gargling just so that I can have a voice enough to tell you thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all the support, all the love over the years. As I said, it's a 10-year passion project of mine. And in fact, tonight is a little bittersweet because this is one of the last times you'll see me here doing this because I've had to move on to other passion projects that I need to pursue. It is time. I'm going to bring on your MC. I'm not your MC tonight. Don't have much of a voice to do so. But our MC tonight is Ricky Richardson, also known as Jubilee. He was born in BVI, grew up in St. Kitts, where he fell in love with poetry and the arts. He is back home now and can be seen on Instagram. I'm sure many of you have seen it. And Facebook, sharing photos of food, libations, and providing humor in the form of his Badman Rules and Laws. Hashtag Badman Rules and Laws. Please welcome Jubilee with One Day My We Will Be Us.
Wow. Lots and lots of ladies in the house. Allow me to put on my sexy voice. Good evening, ladies. The poem I'm about to do is called One Day My Me Will Be Us. And I actually call this the Single Man Confused Lamentations. Without further ado. One day my me will be us. I will not fuss nor cuss, but I will embrace the commitment like I did the last time. This time I will devote more time and be open to compromise. However, I expect reciprocity. And if this breeds animosity, then I'll cut and keep on moving like Bob said. Because I don't want to wait to be 6 pence none the richer, looking at an Instagram picture 2 months after saying, look at what we had. Especially after 2 months of, I want you so damn bad. Because I could just do me and not worry. One day, my me will be us. But I ain't in a hurry because single life is confusing. Especially when the one you want is confusion and the one that wants you, you're just using. It's not amusing. It's like bowling a 7-10 split with a ball stuck in your hand, not knowing which one to hit. Knowing very well you can't get the two. Harder for you, knowing you don't know what the hell you really want to do. But one day my me will be us, hoping for the one that got away, fighting to find a way to get them back, even long after the fact, because the fact is, love never left. It was more miscommunication than a complete disconnect. But you have God faith that one day you will reconnect, but the circumstance surrounding the connection is astounding, and the problems keep compounding, yet you're trying to be strong and your heart is so weak you will let anybody in. But it's still not that easy, because you've been in the game long enough to know your heart may be weak, but your head is strong enough to show that you just ain't ready. You see, one day my me will be us, but until then, I will keep giving happy couples the finger, especially after I pass them and they tell me hi. They will feel my pain and fully understand why I'm single. Thank you. All right? Do you guys enjoy that piece, hopefully? Nice? All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, ladies. Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on. Up next we have Jenny Wheatley. And this poet, according to Virgin Islands popular educator H. Lyndon Smith, Jenny Wheatley always has a story to tell and is always writing. Teacher Jenny, as she is called throughout the wider BVI community, even by those whom she hasn't thought, is a renowned educator with a career that spans 50 years. Jenny Wheatley was awarded an MBE for her outstanding contribution to education and culture in the BVI. She has published 9 books and hopes to produce many more in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, giving you 5 pieces tonight. Put your hands together for Jenny Wheatley.
Packed with information, alas, misinformation too. Rules of standard grammar, not how to use a single one. Great theories in mathematics, unable to apply a single one. Formulas and microscopic things, nothing about the water we drink. Don'ts in acceptable behavior, no do's for building character. Texting and not texting. Reading a hellish book, skimming surface issues, not diving in their depths. Honeybees are returning. Where did they really go? School gardens are old-fashioned. Buy guineps on the sidelines. Golden apple tree too tall. Let mangoes fall. Don't climb, you'll fall. Soursop specials, maybe. Limes, tamarind, star fruit, drinks from such sources. Me? Squeezing? Peeling? Who has the time? Movies for old people who cannot drink real wine. The grocery shelf must have it there. Why bother? Money funds it all. Strong leaders do not stand alone. They know just where to turn. Distributing their labor is their aim that plummets them to future fortune's fame. Moses, the great man in his quandary, too much work for a normal man. Father-in-law comes to his rescue. Moses, get some judges by your side. Old Scotland wants to break away. Do as your Queen Elizabeth hints. Her spokesman speaks, and Liz just waits, agreeing with what they did. Obama, with that quick, smooth tongue of law and English on his side, lets everyone have their varied say, then makes them eat their every word. Shakespeare, the great bard, shows us how weak leaders trip up all the time. Surrounded by their weakest links, they stumble and then hit the ground. Othello, not a lick of sense. Iago sends him to his death. As colorblind, he swayed and fled. Desdemona and others loved him well. King Lear, poor man, by age deranged, Cordelia's loyalty he spurned. Clasped Goneril and Regan's hate and hauled a madman on the heath. Today, We see it all around as leaders choose their special paths and rise, of all, at the behest of faith, of insight, hindsight too. And that's all the cussing I'll do for the night. And now some pleasant parts of me. I live in some place called the Sound. And some of you know where the Sound is in East End. And I like sounds in the sound. Raindrops glistening, falling softly, rising to crescendo beat. Cocks alarming, dawn is waking. Hens sing the maternal song. Mosquitoes whizzing, disease bringing. Brown frogs croaking, hummingbirds chirping, crickets whistling, soldier crabs marching, loudmouth dogs barking, frightened cats meowing, cacophony at its best. Car tires screeching, radios blaring, boats revving, engines loud, planes descending, landing gears grating, waves crashing, sometimes soothing. What? Noisy silence in the sound. And then I have something called the Word. And you're going to get the Word and the Word. Even if I don't get them clear, you get them. The Word says this. The world says that. The preacher in between. The Word says this. Pronunciation says that. The teacher in between. The Word says this. Folk tradition says that. The doctor in between. The Word says this. Opinion says that. Politician in between. It's the Word against the world. No! It's the world against the Word. Paradox, go ahead. And there's some other somewhere else, but I think that's enough for tonight. Thank you so much.
We're going to continue on with the show. Up next, we have the lovely Vu, a reporter and proud Niger girl. She loves olives, enjoys working out and listening to music, and has a total disdain for guess what? Guess what? Long bios. So that's her bio. She's tonight going to give to you pieces entitled Rewriting the Rules and We Just Want Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
I was just telling the lady next to me, I was like, whoops, I feel sorry for the person that goes right after Miss Whitley, and then they called my name. So, this one here is called We Just Want Peace. As he said, I'm a proud Niger girl. For those of you who don't know, Niger means Nigeria. So, in Nigeria, I'm from a place called Plateau. And in Plateau, I'm from the city called Jos. So I consider Jos the greatest place on earth. The BVI is very lovely. But wait till you've been to Jos. So this one is called We Just Want Peace. And in Jos, there's been lots of religious crises here and there and all of that. And I almost lost my life in one of them. So this one is called We Just Want Peace. And I'll be speaking a language called Hausa. Anak doka hotona. For Cynthia, Barnabas, Kim Tulai, Rose, Sunday, now for We Just Want Peace. By all standards, he had the worst painting, but you couldn't tell them. You couldn't tell him anything was wrong with them. He had the widest smile for a simple thing, as someone taking his photo. Issue is, he got no mom and no dad. His smile could have been wider, you know. his painting would have been maybe a little more disoriented. But heck, he's just 4 years old. He woke up that morning and all of them were beheaded in front of him. See, he was too young to comprehend what was going on, but for Sunday, we just want peace. Amphara. They were her everything, her 7 soldiers, her husband, and 6 sons. The boys were to grow up and build her a mansion. She will live the queen's life with her husband forever, but that day it started. He refused to leave the house. He lived there for decades and wouldn't let some silly crisis just evacuate him out of his house. She left them all behind, never to see them again. They were roasted to death in that same house. For that widow and now the motherless woman, we just want peace. Irina, Sandu, she said that morning. And Sandu, he answered. She left with her tray stacked with fresh miango pepper and tomatoes. Her 2-year-old strapped behind her, her 7-month-old unborn baby feeling safe, only for a few hours. By noon, all he worked for was bombed at the terminus market. His wife, baby, and unborn child all gone. For his smile to be restored again next time he says, Sandu, please, we just want peace. Heck, I just want peace. For Sunday, Yam, Dung, Choji, Simi, all of who crowd the window of my car selling fresh produce when I approach the beautiful plateau. I just want peace. For the soldier who has left his new bride home just to keep the rest of us safe, I just want peace. Restore our smiles, our song, and our artistic spirits. We just want peace. So this one is a lot lighter, I hope. It's called Rewriting the Rules. Let's cut down this process. Let's not go through the 3 weeks of painting ourselves as saints. Let's go on dates, but let's not drag them for too long. Look, let's just ignore all the dating rules and form ours. Because you see, truth is, from the moment I saw you, it was a done deal. I could see through those thick, sexy African eyes and egos of yours that you felt the same. After the first glance, you see, I knew I'd want to hold your hands in public and cause all the other single girls to be jealous. In the first 2 minutes, I knew I want to be the one you'd guard jealously when you're having your street talk with the guys. In the first 3 minutes, I knew you're the one I want my father to drill, the one he'd interrogate, then later entrust his daughter to. In the first 5 minutes, I knew you're the one I'd want to share the same kente material with, the one that'll make the village women scream, "Aye! Amaria the ango, ale kaochiki the goyo." In the first 6 minutes, I knew you with your size 12 looking feet, your broad, confident shoulders and baritone voice. You'd be the one I want to share the same damn bed with for the rest of my happy life. The one I wouldn't mind tearing apart my jigida, my waist beads. The one I let practice the different techniques of unhooking a big cup breast holders. You, this dark, glowy skinned son of a gun, I already saw as the one who have a free pass to drink from this wella. Look, let's just cut out on all the bull crap. In the first 10 minutes of seeing you, I knew you, this tall, well-mannered gentleman, can definitely be the father of the twins I am going to have. Listen, you don't even have to ask for my number. Here it is. You can have my house address too. There isn't so much time to waste. Let's just go make those African babies.
Okay, we're gonna move on with the show. Up next, we have something unique. Up next, we have the man Raja. He's a proud native of Nature's Little Secrets. A creative genius is his expression and aptitude. Musician, thespian, poet, dancer, and singer. Tonight, he's giving you a piece entitled Walk and Talk. Very, very unique. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the man Raja.
Please wake me when I'm free. I cannot bear captivity. For where my culture, I'm told, holds no significance, I will wither and die in ignorance. But my inner eye could see a race. But my inner eye could see a race. But my inner eye could see a race who reigned as kings in another place. And the green of trees were rich and full, and every man spoke of beautiful. The green of trees were rich and full. And every man spoke of beautiful. Man and women together as equal. War was gone because all was peaceful, but now like a nightmare, I wake to see that I live like a prisoner of poverty. Please wake me when I am free, for I cannot bear captivity. For I would rather be stricken blind than to live without expression of mind.
You need to come back out here because I will not have you dancing knowing I can dance as well. So you need to come back out here so we can have a poetry dance-off. One-liner. You pass? Okay, give me just 2 taps and I can do my piece. 2 taps. 2 taps. Boop bap. Badap boom bam bam bam. Ba 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 ba. So okay. My turn now. That one your name? Bad man forward, bad man pull up. Bless up. Bless up. Up next, we have the man Sir Franchise Drake, the internationally known debonair extraordinaire, soon to be world famous, your local superhero, Sir Franchise Drake, and he's giving you tension.
My generation won't let me be a slave to a suggestive system. So we hustle like slaves for a digestive system. Hustle every day. Tell me the right way. Don't eat today or go rob right way. Don't eat your say. Well, you could stay right there. Cause I got 4 keys of coke, so I'm gonna sling yay. 4 pounds of smoke and it's grown in SK. After 4 licks or more, we're gonna raise the stakes. If the police wanna chase, they could chase the states. They could chase Manhattan. That's a big ass state. But after chase Manhattan, we own estates. See, the government taxed my money for working in shipyards. $15 an hour? That's not shit, ma. Now 15 pounds of flour, that's the shit, pa. Now see, that was a piece that was written on an album by Richard Georges called The Black Poet. That was spitting as an age when we was young, blind to the truth, and didn't even know it. These things that we sing, we rap about bling, the way we degrade our women, and the subject matter that it brings. But is that the truth? Or were we just blinded by youth, corrupted by images that we see on television, and that we spit in the booth. What is life? This can't be life. That if you can't make an average decent wage, you go stick up the next man with a knife? Nah, that's straight ignorance. And the knowledge that I gain from living life diligently sees the things that we're doing to our people. How much longer are we going to let social media corrupt our soul? How long are we going to let the ambitions of gold break our mold? Are we no longer strong? Are we no longer dedicated to value? Or do we just want to put out a cheap album and expect a big value? Sometimes we lack to think about the messages that we send to the youth. But maybe that's what it is, because that's how we were trained to spit in the booth. The thing about it is, the reason I'm so good at freestyling is because of a negligent upbringing that didn't allow me to read until the age of 8. Music has been a big factor to me. So in order for me to produce what I see, I had to learn to read to be the best that I can be. I still haven't forgot the talents that brought me here. But still, to the simple-minded, most of us just don't even care. Free Bob Hodge.
As we continue, the next poet coming to the stage, her name is Nia, and it means purpose. After she is finished performing, I will ask a question, and the person who answers that question will get a prize. Okay? Nia is a 17-year-old senior at Cedar International School who has been writing poetry and prose from an early age. In 2013, she was the senior winner of UNESCO's World Poetry Day territory-wide competition. Nia uses her gift of communication to be actively involved in the community through radio and other media, and has represented her school in several other local competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Nia for her piece, I Have a Problem.
I have a problem. I have a problem, a predicament, a conundrum. Maybe you can help. It's not unique to me. There must be someone else suffering in this way that I do. Yes, I have a problem, but it affects you too. I have a problem, and it's wearing me down, sitting on my shoulder as I move around, from place to place, dragging on this earth. As our value declines, we forget what we're worth. You see, it's a collective problem, which appears like it's mine, and people say that my words are powerful all the time. Yet, no matter how much I shout and scream our problem to you, it seems that no one cares about it as much as I do. Maybe it's because we lack unity as a race, that the ones who speak up are labeled as a disgrace. You say that slavery happened so far away in the past. 50 years of civil rights cannot erase the shadow that was cast over our people, ensuring that we hate the way that we appear, bleaching our skin and straightening our hair. A white child can look on the television and see themselves depicted as members of high society, scientists, superheroes, above everyone else. But a child like me and a child like you will look at the screen and see white too, and our people on the Maury Show and BT will certainly affect the way that we see. That darned reflection in the mirror every day that sends a message we never wanted to convey. This is my problem, but all I have are words. But words about race never want to be heard. And our people will try and try to defend, turn a blind eye and pretend like they don't prefer the lighter skin, never choosing to let me in, and label me as an outsider who couldn't understand because my mother looks East Indian, although my father is a black man. Because they seem to think there are certain levels of black. They won't listen to my words, instead they just attack. I have a problem. Please tell me you can help. If they won't listen to me, maybe I can find someone else to help us see the facade of equality and dispel the stigma against speaking about race. Because it seems like trying to help my people means attaching the word racist to my face. Thank you. Beautiful,
beautiful, beautiful. All right. Before I introduce Nia, I said after she finishes, I'm going to come out here and ask a question. And the person who can answer this question will win all the money in my pocket. No, I'm serious. I'm very serious. So if anybody can tell me what Nia's name means, Mr. Geronimo Jones, come to the stage. Is the media ready? Do you guys have your cameras? Because I have to make this presentation official. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Callaloo Poets, I would like to present this $1 to Mr. Geronimo Jones for being attentive and answering the question correctly. Thank you, sir. Thank you. In the Virgin Islands, we call that one the shame. We're going to continue on. Up next, we have the brother Nuruddin. Nuruddin, a.k.a. Dean by any means, was born and raised in Sugar City, St. Kitts. I had to put on my accent just now, okay? He then moved to St. Martin, where he started doing poetry and rap music. He came back to the BVI in 2000 and has graced the stage as a microphone messenger many times before. Husband, father, poet, rap artist, and activist. Please welcome Nuruddin doing 3 pieces entitled, I Am Not a Terrorist, She Cover, and Raise My Voice. Ladies and gentlemen, Nuruddin.
I am not a terrorist, fundamentalist, jihadist. I don't work for Al-Qaeda or ISIS. I am just a regular man from St. Kitts, moved to the Virgin Islands and got belanger status. But if you believe in the media's madness, then I am simply one of the baddest individual in this gathering or damn near the planet. But I can't understand it because from where I am standing, I am the one that's being terrorized and chastised by these images the media televised telling you a whole pack of lies. So if I look into your eyes and see fear, then it's fair. But it's Allah I fear. So I seek His help in patience and prayer. And in His scripture, He tells me my enemies are clear as a picture. And to me, that's prophecy. Like the West trying to force democracy down on the East in the name of world peace. But that's hypocrisy. Making a mockery of Islam. Have you seen the last attempt? Some guy named Boko Haram kidnapped some poor defenseless girls in the name of Islam. I'm like, come on, man. Where do they find these people who say they're Muslims like me, but then they represent just an evil? Man, it's deceitful in these times, especially in times like these. So I'm seeking help from Allah and on my knees with my hands in the air, making supplication to the Creator of creation. I am nearest to Him when I'm in prostration. Out of frustration, I might accept defeat. Because everywhere I go, people stop me in the street like, yo, I thought your religion represent peace. I'm like, please, listen, y'all, I don't got no answer for y'all, so fall back. Because if I wasn't a Muslim, you still find a reason to call me terrorist, and it's called black. She covers, and she got me covered for real. I mean, she's my protection, my shield against the women out here in Jahilu field. The more they reveal, the more they are accepted. But that's the plan of Satan, the rejected. As a matter of fact, the more naked they are, the more they are disrespected in the workplace, or on the street, they are treated like a piece of meat that's infected. And weak men are affected by this, and it vexes me. Because normally, what we call immorality, society normally call it sexy. And sex sells. So you can tell a lot about a person by the way their dress be. And sex sells. So you can tell a lot about a person by the way their dress be. And some women deliberately dress provocative so they could provoke and test me. But Allah has blessed me with a soulmate. So no amount of makeup can impress me. And nowadays, these women body parts so fake that Coke bottle shape might be a Pepsi. With so much hate for men. With so much hate for men. With so much hate for men. Stop saying. With so much hate for men, who can blame her? Let's see. I mean, society has failed her. Mentally and physically rape her. No value in herself, so she put her value in wealth and becomes a shaker. At a strip club where men make it rain paper. Ya Allah, save her. Our woman from their own self-destruction, deceit and illusion, before the final conclusion is that prostitution is a financial solution. And all this confusion and pollution, who am I to judge a book by the cover? Because she don't cover? That's just like my aunties, my sister, even my mother. So brothers, it's our duty to provide and protect. Provide and protect, regardless of what lifestyle the women choose. We have to learn, honor, and respect our women. Our women, our women, our women. Because every strong man got a woman who got him covered. That's why this is dedicated to those who cover. Thank you. I'm here to raise my voice. I have made my choice. And I choose Al-Islam as my way of life. Sorry, I mean my way of life. I'm making sacrifice to face hell on this earth. But I'm praying for paradise. In the hereafter, that's the final chapter for eternal bliss or eternal disaster. No imam, no pastor can intercede on your behalf. Your good and your bad deeds, that's all that you will have. On the scale of justice, if you're facing judgment, but that future sense, now we're in the present, we got time to repent. Or we spend our whole life in play and amusement. And when the angel of death is finally sent, you'll be like, where the hell time went? So, everlasting covenants that the prophet represent, some accepted, some rejected, and some just pretend as if they never heard that Christ was the Word. The Word was be, and be, and he was. But was the first miracle he performed. The second miracle, according to Islam, he had to speak from the cradle to save his mom from being stoned to death, because that was the tradition of the children of Israel who always rebel. Kill off the prophets, and prophets offer the cells of the Bible. Basic instruction before leaving earth, that's vital. And then came the Quran in a recital. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. What does this mean? It means all praise is due to Allah, most gracious, most merciful. All praise. most gracious, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment, his help and his aid we seek. Guide us to the straight way, the way of those on whom you have bestowed your grace, not the way of those who have earned your anger and those who went astray. I pray. Amen. Thank you.
All right, as we continue, up next, the artist coming to the stage goes by the name of Ritseeniyah. At the age of 13, Ritseeniyah was accepted to one of New York's most prestigious schools for music, Fiorello LaGuardia for the Arts and the Performing Arts, where she solidified her future for music. Today, she is a member of the National Society of Poets and continues to write using inspiration from everyday experiences. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ritseeniyah.
All right, here we go. What is perfection but a means to an end, the seams that will bend and love tales that never end, the changing of the sun for each day a new one, seasons rotate, so why do you run? Perfection is a moment, life spans and grows, a smile and laughter for the ones that know. For when I'm lost in your depths, I never drown, I never seek help, for I don't want to be found. Them say, puffin' pon the sense, ease the nerves and make you calmer. Baby, I could be the reason why you're not half a worry about a thing. Be there every time you wanna. People loving straight through the night. We can be so perfect, heaven upon earth, what a joy. Character, it's seen you so nice, and I can control it. Baby, let me keep you satisfied. Baby boy, I take you for a ride. Hard times through the good and bad. Baby, I'll never let you go. I ain't got intentions to make you sad. Really gotta let you know. Hard times through the good and bad, I'll never let you go. I ain't got intentions to make you sad. Really gotta let you know. You make me see that I'm in love. When I'm with you, boy, you in my life. There's no one else so true. You by my side, boy, you and I wanna feel your love. I'll take a risk, see you are that guy. Do anything for love. I wanna feel it, I wanna be, I wanna feel your love. I just wanna feel your love. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I'm on wings when we're looking at your eyes. My heart gets weak, baby. Fireworks is blowing up in here tonight. Toast to me and you, celebrate me and my baby. We do whatever we like. Me and you embrace the world lately. Baby, I'm yours. Let me take you for a ride. We go anywhere that you like. Hard times through the good and bad. Baby, I'll never let you go. I ain't got intentions to make you sad. Really gotta let you know. Hard times through the good and bad, I'll never let you go. I ain't got intentions to make you sad. Really gotta let you know. You make me see that I'm in love. When I'm with you, boy, you in my life. There's no one else so true. You by my side, boy, you and I wanna feel your love. I'll take a risk, see you are that guy. Do anything for love. I wanna feel it, I wanna be, I wanna feel your love. I just wanna feel your love. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. You make me feel like I'm in love. When I'm with you, boy, you in my life. one else so true. You by my side, boy, you and I wanna feel your love. I'll take a risk, see you are that guy. Do anything for love. I wanna feel it, I wanna be, I wanna feel your love. I'll take a risk, see you are that guy. Do anything for love. I wanna feel it, I wanna be, I wanna feel your love. I just wanna feel your love. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. This is perfection. Lifespans and growing, our laughter and love, for we're the ones that know. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, vous, my vous. Listen me now while I say these words to you. Oh, vous. I just wanna take you down to Callaloo and buy you a plate of food. I wanna buy you a plate of food. We're gonna continue on. Up next, we have the man Freeman Rogers. Freeman is the editor of the BVI Beacon newspaper. A South Carolina native, he has lived in the BVI for 8 years. And he's gonna be doing 2 pieces tonight. I'd rather look for keys and Lizzie. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Freeman Rogers.
So I'd rather look for keys with you all night than be on time to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Even though I've been dying to see them since Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out when I was 12 years old. Because I know that you have too, and so I'm guaranteed a frantic search. And how often do most people get frantic? A sofa cushion flies past my head, and Apache Rose Peacock and Give It Away, or whatever songs they play now. And even the fact that we promised each other we'd dance together in the mosh pit wouldn't make me miss this for all the funk rock in the world. And it's no contest whether I'd rather look at Flea thumping his bass and all his swirling tattoos and his sock, or at you in butterfly embroidered jeans with a hole in the hip and a sky blue bra, trying desperately to decide what color t-shirt to wear while you look for keys. Because, though you'll look better in any color than anyone else at the show, you remember colors the most. And it wouldn't do for tonight to come back in fuchsia or taupe or maroon or pink or beige when it should have been bright, emergency, red. Lizzie, thanks to you, I've become a Facebook creeper. Every day I Google you 5 or 10 times just to look for ideas to help with getting you back. So I know that your newest boyfriend, Lucius, who used to swear he'd write for Time magazine or something bigger than that before his 30th birthday, has just turned 31, and he's still reporting hometown news for the Bumpkinville Chronicle in Bumpkinville, Tennessee, writing crap about the Girl Scouts Club and geriatrics restaurant ideas. Takeout goes gourmet. He's a chump, a moron. I might not have family money, or a house, or a sports car, or really any car, or even technically a job. But if you leave him, Lizzie, I'll write hundreds of poems that make you come to me when you read them. Thank you.
We're going to continue on with the show. Up next, we have the man Shawande Uhuru. He's a lecturer at the H. Lavity Stout Community College, a member of the African Studies Club and Callaloo Poets, and president of the People's Empowerment Party. Ladies and gentlemen, he's tall, he's dark, and he has a deep voice, so you're going to love it. The ladies especially. And he's doing more than just lyrics. Shawande Uhuru.
I don't want to wait in vain. I can't take the pain. Our love grew from a spark to a blazing flame. I'll say it plain because I ain't ashamed. I love you like the plant life loves the rain. For you I jumped from a plane. I'm telling the truth because your love lifts me up like a parachute. And you take my breath away because you asthma cute. You warm my insides like Campbell's soup. You make the loudest mouth mute. I confuse your nouns and verbs. When you walk on the street, you make accidents occur. Vehicles swerve while observing your curves. You got me on a high like burning the herb. And oh my, you fly, you must have learned from the birds. Even with your flaws, you just perfectly superb. Can't spit no lies, sis, I'm hypnotized. Eyes synchronized to your hips and thighs like I'm hit with bricks that slip from skies. My tongue is zip miss and my lips are tied. My tongue is zip miss and my lips are tied. My tongue is zip in my lips, see? Confused and whipped, sick, can you sympathize with this simple guy? Sade melodies, is this a crime? Because my whole entire body feels victimized. You can fix the whole world with a little smile. And do you know what you do when you do what you do to me? It's brand new to me. I don't usually behave like this. It's the bliss you produce in me. I'm stone-faced, so these smiles are confusing me. Bringing out the truth in me like you prosecuting me. Squeezing out my sweetness just like you juicing me. Love lessons, a sexy teacher schooling me. You make my eyes sparkle like some brand new jewelry. Holding me together, baby girl, you like glue to me. No other girl, I'm loving you exclusively. So cute, what's a brother to do? You got me on a high like I'm puffing on you. Alcohol has nothing on you. Trust me, Hennessy got nothing on you. Skies were only gray. Now they're covered in blue. You like a bright spring day, and I'm loving the view. I'm a sucker for you. Usually I need space, but in this case, handcuff me to you. You like a big bag of candy, and I'm hungry for you. You succulent beau. You're bright and you're sweet and you're colorful too. So I nickname you Skittles. Because when I'm in your presence, girl, it's hard to act civil. When you walk, even the wind whistles. And with you, it's true. Not even the summer can sizzle. So you can model on my runway. You hot like August Monday. Cool like ice cream Sundays. I'll marry you one day. Since my mother gave birth to me, I was flirting with the nurse, you see. Commitment's like a curse to me. Hugh Hefner wasn't worse than me. But I just can't wait for our first anniversary. I want to love you for life and beyond, most certainly. Till they put me in a box so the church can grieve. Me without you would really hurt indeed. You make me feel strong like the mighty Hercules. You make me feel weak like I have Steve Urkel's knees. Now my sad days are history. From this day forth, forever you exist with me. I don't need solar panels to produce electricity. I can power 10 cities, no diggy when you kissing me. What would I do without you? That's a mystery. My days would be sorrow and my nights would be misery. What would I do without you? That's a mystery. My days would be sorrow and my nights would be misery. But with you, baby boo, I achieve every victory. Do you know what you do when you do what you do to me? Life without you feels more like a tomb to me. And if you were not there, paradise would be gloom to me. And if heaven had no room for me, I'd be more than satisfied if I always had you with me. Don't move from me. After forever is too soon for me. Eternity is too short for us to be in unity. Do you know? This is more than just lyrics. It's a river of emotion that flows from my spirit. This is more than just lyrics. This is a river of emotion that flows from my spirit. Thank you.
Up next, we have the man Bigo, an acoustic soul singer and guitarist performing over 20 years. 20 years. Producing and making hits for audiences around the world. Show some love to Bigo with his song, New Generation.
Generation is here today. A new generation is here to stay. We've got lawyers and doctors for you. Young teachers and preachers to guide you. Give us a chance and you see we'll do for you well. This generation is you. Oh. Generation is here today. New generation is here to stay. Today ends in life for you. Failure will no longer be my payment on you now. Give us a chance and you see we'll do for you well. This generation is you. Oh. Generation is here today. New generation is here to stay. New generation. New generation. New generation. New generation, new generation.
We're going to continue on. Up next, we have Shari Watchman de Castro. Shari. Shari is an educator and CEO of her own business, Right to Read, which promotes literacy for children and adults. She is known for her ambassadorial achievements as Miss BVI 2012, Miss Caribbean World 2013, and represented the BVI on the largest stage in pageantry at Miss Universe 2013 in Moscow, Russia. Her most recent title is the Callaloo Poets' first official Poetry Slam winner. Please welcome to the stage, Shari Watchman de Castro, doing two pieces.
Games with God. Have you ever played a game with God? Anyone? Your game, your rules. Somehow you thought that God was a fool. That it was okay to challenge him, sin, and still win. I started thinking and couldn't help but shed a tear. I thought about his everlasting care and moments of truth and dare. He is the truth, the way and the life. But if anyone dared me, I'd give up my fruits of the spirit for sweets of the flesh immediately, just for a chance to stand in Candyland. How sweet. Yes, I tried to bargain with the enemy. I put my life up for jeopardy. I told him that if the price is right, I'd give up my birthright. So I got into big trouble while on this wheel of fortune and got bankrupt. Lucifer said, press your luck. So I sinned and said, come on, big bucks, stop. I got a whammy. I lost all my money, so much for investing in jealousy and envy. You hopscotch from church to church wanting to be first, but the truth is, nothing's wrong with the church because the word says, if you hunger and thirst after righteousness, you shall be filled. So why are you hungry still? What are you really seeking? Salvation or Pastor Jack's attention? Then because you were worried, you chose to legalize the sex and get married. So after the rings, the newlywed game begins. He asks, what's her favorite color? But your prediction does not match her answer. You say red instead of blue. That's how he knew that it was evident. You administered sex and used marriage as an experiment. Because you see, you love to watch her chest. To see her nude, but didn't take the time to, in my Jamaican voice, check hers. Translation, to check her to understand her moods. What a family feud. Are you friend or foe? No one knows. Tic-tac-toe, your time is running out, no doubt. When you choose to tell God about how you plan to solve life's puzzles, he giggles and wonders if there is wisdom in your cranium. Then it's as if he inhales helium and laughs. Did you not hear about his rod and his staff? You recite the 23rd Psalm over and over. You pray it to the Father, but then here comes the snakes and ladders. You listen to the serpents whisper like Adam and Eve when asked deal or no deal for wanting apples to apples. And then you make a tower like at Babel. So you use Scrabble to make a name for yourself. But that does not line up with scripture. So God asks, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Everybody wants to say, guess who said this and did that? So the church has become a battleship. I declare war. We shoot people down with lies and gossip when Christ told us to go fish. The church is the body of Christ. But if the hands want to be where the feet are, if everyone wants to be the preacher, who will be the prayer warrior? Who will be the Sunday school teacher? That's a twister. Let's work together to get back in order. If you surrender even after being tested like Job in Jenga, a foundation on the rock stands forever. No more hangman or Pac-Man mentality. We're so busy being greedy that we forget about his power pills, his grace and his mercy. So we get eaten up by the enemy. We say it's a dog-eat-dog world, so like supermarket sweep, we run through the game of life, twists and turns, 1,000 ways to live your life, but will you live yours? We decided to live on Hollywood squares after the rapper asked, who wants to be a millionaire? We decided to gain the whole world and lose our soul. But just like the game of dominoes, when you lose and the devil wins, Charmans, enjoy the go. But don't get upset when God says uno and gives you one more chance to hand over full monopoly to the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. That's 3. Stop trying to add me to the equation. Connect 4 is not the solution. So judgment day comes and God says, depart from me. And you scream, Yahtzee, but God, I'm so sorry. But why? Have I not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name have done so many wonderful works? Then God says, yes, you've done some great gestures, but I never knew you. That's taboo. You will surely die. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Who am I, you ask, dear mirror? Consciously speaking, this is the day I adjust my mindset. Let's look at the game of chess, and you will witness the queen is said to be the most powerful piece. I keep the peace. There's no limit to where or how far I can move. I must prove that I can protect my king, disallowing anyone the chance to check my mate in a solid move where he can't escape. I never underestimate my strength, capability, or character. My king is the ultimate protector, provider, and the head of my king domain, my family. But I understand that in order for him to rule wisely, it is my responsibility to erase insecurity, to deal with matters of the heart, and not allow anyone or anything to tear my kingdom apart. I am a goddess. My life is committed to selfless service by being the reproductive center of life, a mother, a daughter, a sister, a wife. But before I go any further, let me take the time to address you, my sister. Woman, your shape, size, hair doesn't need to be fixed. Society's narrow-minded view of beauty is what's broken. If only closed minds came with closed mouths. Without doubt, you are not a one-in-a-million type of girl. You are a once-in-a-lifetime type of woman. However, due to hard times, women now appreciate men calling them dimes. See, apparently, womanhood was affected by the recession. Women can now be bought at a dime a dozen. Do you know the origin, the meaning, what they are really saying? We are very cheap and abundant in quantity and can be acquired easily. Is that you? Because it certainly isn't me. It's time for us to set a new standard for beauty, to challenge men to invest sense in their vocabulary, to change their mind. Instead of dime, how about priceless, one of a kind, rare, beautiful, kind, trustworthy, industrious, poised, wise, praiseworthy, royalty? That Proverbs 31 type of lady. Distinguished, God-fearing, honorable, supreme. Woman, you are a queen. And this is no mirror talk or a dream. You are a queen. A Caribbean queen. A Caribbean queen. But now I think it's time to stop playing. Listen, for the sake of our children, I beg you women, lock the door and throw away the keys. You have been paying too many fees to learn the same lessons, yet failing the test. So you rewind up in the past, refusing to fast forward into the future. You somehow figured that what your heart was feeling could be replaced by the fortune of a flower. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me. And you stopped, swallowing the knot in your throat, refusing to say it as if it mattered if you didn't. Write notes of confession in alphabetical ascension sharply. Listen carefully. Always believe Christ's declaration. Even fair gives hope, instant jurisdiction. Knowing love means men must nurture our phenomenal queens. Respectfully saying that you, virtuous woman, exemplifies extraordinary youthful zeal. But with lips sealed, you somehow feel you need his stamp of approval. But you don't. Woman, stop giving your heart away without writing a return address on the mail. In case you have to send him back, check your email, your inbox filled with undeserving junk mails that you attract and save. Instead of deleting the mess, ages of hurt and pain, Get outbox and move forward. You are not created to be any man's spare time, downtime, or sometimes. So stop wasting your time. I know I'm not wasting mine. My kingdom is in need of a king. But I will wait on the right him. He who is real, no, for real. Because a real woman can do it all by herself. But a real man won't let her. Because he knows that we each reflect a part of God's character. I, his glory, plus you, his strength. And together, we were not created to compete with one another, but to complement and complete each other. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Drastic is a singer, songwriter, musician, producer, athlete, husband. Art Phillip transforms into the entertainer known as Drastic. Born in Antigua, Drastic began his musical career professionally, having... That was Drastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Drastic began his musical career professionally, having achieved the 2007 Virgin Islands Idol title, which he shares with another member of the team of Them Island Boys, U.S. Virgin Islands native Brandon Valak, a.k.a. Bivy or B Royal. He exploded onto the soca scene with his groovy song, She Got That Sugary Waistline, that sugary waist. Big tune, big tune, big tune. No, it's big stinking tune. That took him all the way to the finals of Antigua's 2010 Soca Party Monarch competition, his first and last time entering the competition and first time doing a soca song in his music career. Over the past 3 years, he has worked with other heavy hitters in the music industry such as Sean Kingston, Spragga Benz, Honor Rebel, Jameer Morgan of the Morgan Heritage family, and Jackio, Skewer Again, with whom he and BB teamed up with the record to record the song Kiss Me Girl. 2014 and 2015 will see this 29-year-old bringing out a number of first solo projects, including UFO, Umbrella for Oblivion. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, put your hands together for Drastic!
When you gotta go, you just gotta go. And I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh no, 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 it's gonna be different though, it's gonna be different though. And not to feel your warmth and see you crack a grin. Ooh, 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 ooh. They say you're blowing steam, why you acting up? Feel like the world is on my shoulder. Oh, 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 living in a dream, I'm on another floor. And I'ma break the door if they won't let me in. My life, my journey brings me on a road I've never been to before. And I never claimed it as my own, for nothing's ever new, it's been done. I call it deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. Feel like I've been here before. I call it deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. Feel like I've been here before. 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 Feel like I've been here. Feel like I've been here. Feel like I've been here before. 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 Call it deja vu. Thank you. I just wanna get you. I'm gonna get you, girl. I like the way you smile, so I want to be the reason you light up like a glow stick. You brighten up my world. Let me show you the color of my love that you deserve. Let me do what I want to you, baby, to you, girl. Come on in, close the door, and I'll drive you crazy. Yeah, you'll go insane. I love to see your body. You're sexy, so amazing. Girl, I'ma pull you closer so I can smell your fragrance. I got just what you need, girl, to take your stress away. Tender love and care, girl, I do this for you, babe. When we love, we go for hours. We go for hours. We go for when we love. Multiple flavor, taste you can savor. Waking the neighbor. Let me do what you need to your body, to you, baby. Close your eyes, and let's just feel and use all our senses. Go anywhere you wanna be. I love to see your body. You're sexy, so amazing. Girl, I'ma pull you closer so I can smell your fragrance. I got just what you need, girl, to take your stress away. Tender love and care, girl, I do this for you, babe. When we love, we go for hours. We go for hours. We go for when we love. Multiple flavor, taste you can savor. Waking the neighbor. Yeah, that now.
Well, we are. Hold on. Are you ready? That's what you're talking about. No, it sounds like we at the Apollo. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is the legendary spoken word artist, Tony Peabody, and Emmy Award-winning poet. Black Ice has toured with The Roots, Floetry, Music and Mary J. Blige, Nas and Kendrick Lamar, as well as Def Poetry on Broadway. He blew the 1 million plus crowd away at the Live 8 World Concert and inspired an overwhelming ovation from the 500,000 people attending the One Nation rally. The only poet ever to be featured on BET's Rap City or to receive the hip-hop quotable in the Source magazine. With no signs of slowing down, the legendary poet brought the audience of the Arsenio Hall show to their feet in March of 2014. He will be debuting his first stand-up show, Self-Help, this fall. He has voiced national advertising spots for Mercedes-Benz, Honda, Heineken, Fat Farm, Courvoisier, and Vitamin Water. Black Ice is also the exclusive voiceover artist for the audio versions of Russell Simmons' books, Do You, 12 Laws to Access the Power in You to Achieve Happiness and Success, and the 2011 release, Super Rich, A Guide to Having It All. Black Ice continues to forge on and push the envelope with the art form, having recently written the mantra for Under Armour's basketball line as seen in Slam, Kicks, and Sports Illustrated magazines, as well as online commercial spots. Not to mention his recent remake of the classic Jill Scott Heron. All right. Damn. Black Ice.
So let's get into it. I'm gonna loosen up for a second and then we'll get into the serious stuff. Cool? Cool. I am beautiful contradiction, Diction, vernacular, non-fiction, spectacular, like your favorite neighborhood drama being narrated by Obama. Baby mama, try 3. Rhymes be drenched in life's experience, cinched in strife and leery since the wolves den I am destined to occupy. Ain't no stopping by, I live here. Give here my all. Possess the gall and audacity to hope for greater things. Shit. Come through my class and see what my young scribe scope for later brings, and then maybe you'll understand why this cage bird sings for Maya and Jolu, Shandaya and Olu. There's a few of my students whose pessimism of prudence make me striving the standards created by the value of my vocabulary, carry the weight of existence on my shoulders, realize I can move boulders with my higher self. Vibrational level 3 times higher than my prior self. For introspection only causes ascension. I am God extension, the manifest of conscious spirit and flesh ever evolving. The earth is not my favorite planet, don't come here often. But for these few eternal ticks, I chose 6 and dolphin as my residence for reinvention. Did I mention this gift of words make me X-Man? I flex man with animanium, reinforced metaphors, high standardized state test scores, label me problem child. ADD, but old bird didn't agree with the prescribed written and said she made teachers apply the proper attention to satisfy her young son's insatiable mind. Marine like mom left no child behind, although daddy sometimes went AWOL. They say all the sins of the father visit the son, so I've been behind the gun since bust out the womb. Like King Tut thrust out the tomb, I'm the secret they cracked open but could not discover. I watch as capitalistic vultures hungrily hover over, screaming, God damn, who taught that nigga to read? So I'm nervous. So I do these poems about nothing when I'm nervous, you know. There are a lot of poets in here, so, you know, poets know when we get egotistical, we start writing these rhymes about how fly we are, you know. I write this way, I write that way, I'm so fly. Oh, did you hear that metaphor? You know, it's really like masturbation. Nothing wrong with masturbation. So I'm the inherent carrier of the words of the earth. See, I've been destined to do this shit since birth. And for what it's worth, y'all call me a poet. And you and I know it, I'm hot, but see, featured or not, I don't switch my plot, while other cats who claim my vibe use they scribe for superficial and selfish needs. See, when upon the mic my soul bleeds, life's lessons taught to me through my own indiscretions and understood because of my ancestors' blessings that flow inside me slow, smooth, and steady, enabling me to, whenever I'm ready, get deep, wide, and heavy like I am ever existent. Been lyrically proficient since my before life, and so on. I flow on like the astrological symbol of my sun sign, fluently moving from one line to the next. I flex like an MC, some say, but I only drop shit that portrays the truth. Proof that I am what I claim to be, like black ice you should not aim to be. It's plain to see that I be verbally advanced, not designed to make you dance, but enhance your frame of thought. The football never caught. Wasn't inclined athletically. Creator needed me to express myself aesthetically. Theoretically, I got the souls of 10,000 poets resting in me. They keep blessing me and pressing me to make y'all feel shit. They say ice distinguish the real shit from the mass appeal shit, and if that's the deal, shit. I can keep flowing. Blowing microphones as I walk the desolate wastelands of our collective mind state, doing what I have to open our third eye to its blind state. I rhyme straight, no chaser. Born into the world through my mother and father to replace the negative with the positive. See, I can't refuse to, I don't choose to. That's how I gotta live. Black ice, I gotta give back what's been graciously given to me. And sometimes my rhyming lines flow in continuous motion because the ancestors' emotion runs through me. Who your crew be? Some jackleg squad of poets with the wrong thesis. With your, ooh, I need some pussy tonight pieces. While I be cleansing you vaginal verbalists with lyrical douches. Sliding in on the beat tracks like snakes through bushes. The DJ pushes the hold button, puts the beat on pause. I add 4 more bars to make you niggas drop your jaws. I'm a rebel with a cause, so competition unnecessary. I'm black ice, y'all, verbal mercenary. I'm diverse, I vary like a kaleidoscope. My styles is dope, they change swiftly. That's the gift, see. You can't spit with me. You better off trying to get with me for lyrical instruction because I got class. See, verbally, I'm like the remnants of that Southern Company in your shot glass. I drop blasts like Holyfield, nigga, my shape firm. Rhymes gonna open your gut and make you queasy like a tapeworm. These niggas is weak, so don't waste my time trying to fight them. Lyrics so stripped down, sound like they use perms to write them. They don't excite them. Nigga, what you think up, don't link up. You to wait a couple weeks and let your shit kink up. When you look at me and my brothers, what's your first impression? Does the sight of us leave you guessing? Or do you understand the stressing, the aggression? The look of no hope on me and my niggas' faces like the Lord overlooked us when he handed down his graces. You see, embraces fall short on the numb tips of street entrepreneurial fingers, still stuck in the walls of the project halls where the coke smell still lingers. External blingers is all we can be, because on the inside we've been given nothing to shine on. And a record deal's harder to get than coke, so my niggas get they grind on, because the TV tells us aim high, nigga, make all goals lateral. But that takes paper that we don't have, so niggas put their souls up as collateral now. Some niggas reclaim them, some blame them, make an excuse to sell them. But when a nigga goes from not doing to doing, what can you tell him? Not to be a nigga? Shit, I got to be a nigga, that's how I pay the bills. And I'm gonna do that whether I got to sling this coke or exploit these rhyme skills. See, America makes you an opportunist. At the same time, they institutionalize you. So the fact that niggas get big record deals, big money, and then go to jail shouldn't surprise you. That's what lies do. And see, most of these guys do have raw talent, just an infantile education. So the business feeds you all the weed and ecstasy and a little bit of paper to provide some pacification from all the bullshit frustration they serve you. Meanwhile, they corrupt your perception of what the real is, so they've taken all our businessmen and giving them the mindsets of drug dealers, took all our messengers, made them rappers, just flapping their jaws, afraid to admit their treason, took all our soldiers for the cause, made them killers for no reason, and being fucked up, well, that's in this season. So if you're negative, you're positive. And if you're positive, you're called a hater. But I maintain control of my soul because I know it gets greater later. And I told you the last show, shit, nigga no hater, I just know what the truth is. Been intertwining this pudding for about a year now, so I know what the proof is. See, it lies in these midtown Manhattan skyscrapers where former hustlers like myself sign papers and pull off fucked up capers like 16 infamous stars at a time. They got us chopping and bagging and serving that shit to niggas 16 bars at a time now. The crime is undetectable by the feds because in the heads of our kids is where the track is. And music is potent. It's straight to the soul, so it's much more addictive than crack is now. The high is just an illusion. All lies and confusion, but to feel that rush just once, my young bucks to go through it. So in essence, they still flooding the streets with the thugs, drugs, and killing. They're just using these record labels to do it. Taking our heartfelt demos, putting us in limos, trying to fuck up divine direction. But young black men have been trained to chase money and pussy. So we fall victim to our own erection and begin to convince ourselves we're on our way somewhere where we're not going. But ignorance is bliss and niggas love this. So niggas take pride in not knowing. We not growing. Give a fuck how slick you flowing if you ain't showing nothing of these kids or add nothing positive to the earth. Black ice been destined to touch the world ever since I was born. To be real, fuck a record deal. God gives me what I'm worth. My father always told me that I would understand when I got older. This internal hurt of a lone soldier soul. Held firmly in my right arm with her head on my shoulder because that's the way she likes me to hold her. That's what I told her. Speaking about my daughter, in order to save face, because just before the embrace and all the I love yous and I miss yous, she clearly let me know that she had issues talking about, Daddy, where you been? And just then my mind began thinking back to those Saturday seldom show up days, those seem like my father don't want to bother helping me grow up days, so sick of not seeing my dad, I want to throw up days, those my mom said you shouldn't come nowhere near where we resided because she decided to blow up days. Well, anyways, her eyes were always able to pull the disguise off of any lies I might try to use to summarize the situation. You see, it's funny the way it's second nature, the way I put these words to paper, but couldn't figure out a simple explanation to offer my baby girl. Don't like having to admit that tomorrow's just a maybe girl to famous. Ask your mom and see what she say. But the ball's in her court, so we got to play how she play. But hey, I tell my big girl not to fret because all this dirty will come out in life's wash, and we haven't finished filling up yet. You see, when two parents are not in conjunction, a dysfunctional child is inevitable. See, mommy's not on time with daddy, and daddy's not on time with mommy, so the child grows up off schedule. And it's incredible because he always told me that I would understand when I got older why he used to call himself the lone soldier. And one night when she called crying, I couldn't get to her to hold her, even though it wasn't some game shit. I felt like it was some lame shit I told her. Just because I couldn't be right there after a nightmare about a fight between me and her mother. See, she's 6 and can't conceive how I could leave and still tell her I love her, so her inquisitive little mind forces her to question, and my rationale begs me not to reply. See, I know she won't see why we have to live in different places, or how come her and her little brother don't see each other's faces on a consistent basis, and it hurts when I have to lay down the hand of discipline, knowing that I just get to spend a short segment of time with her. So imagine how I feel when I got to hit her, and don't get it twisted, sometimes I fuck up and don't get her because my ego won't let her mother call me a babysitter.
But for my baby girl, I swallow my pride and show through. See, I love my kids. It ain't nothing I won't go through. So I'm gonna bring my brother up here, who is a hoofer, and it's such a small world because he knows my man Maurice Chestnut and obviously Savion Glover. So we're gonna play around a little bit and see if we can't come up with some artistic, quirky shit. Cool? So you got me? I got you. All right, so the hook says, my heart says something to my soul, and then my soul says something to the beat, and then the beat says something to my flow, and then the flow says something to the street. Again, I said my heart says something to my soul, and then my soul says something to the beat, and then the beat says something to my flow, and then the flow says something to the street. Check it out. Reporting live from the murderous streets of the brotherly helicopters that hover, see everything under the sun here. We under the gun here, finger on the trigger, can't mistake the stench the way it linger on a nigga. Yeah, you got gold you'll find covered here, with bodies dead 3 days old get discovered here. You know the place where naughty head kids don't get mothered here. Familiar face, failure is fed firsthand, success to kill your taste. It's where they hide it once decided they gon' slight your race, and it's customary to cut your nose so you can spite your face. The cops invade your space with the strong arm and the wrong arm of the law. It's cop these, so it's hard to fight the case. It's where they smite his grace and take swigs of sweet sorrow and hopelessness with a shot of pain for the chase. It's where the dreams end up in staircase nightmares by the shotgun. This is where the light dares not come. It's dark here, but you feel the heat when hammers spark here. The pen is mighty, but the sword reigns, so watch your talk here. Silhouetted in chalk here, shots fired, fun deaded, kids running, look how fast the park clear. Nigga, while you staring, watch your gawk here. You'll be the next where the paramedics leaning over yelling clear. Yeah, this is where the beasts roam, they walk about and everybody's silent, man. Don't nobody talk about. My heart say something to my soul, and then my soul say something to the beat, and then the beat say something to my flow, and then the flow say something to the street. Again, I said my heart say something to my soul, and then my soul say something to his feet, and then the beat say something to my flow, and then the flow say something to the street. Yeah. Give it up, give it up, give it up! So what happens in neighborhoods where the self-esteem has been overshadowed by the decay and the children no longer play the way they used to? Where young boys choose to follow figures that had no father figures, a place where lives have been reduced to mere names on a nigga wall. A lot of dead shames on a nigga wall, because most of my childhood friends died over some dumb shit. It's like we all on some slum shit. Whatever happened to that we shall overcome shit. Where I'm from, shit. They done took away boys clubs and neighborhood sports. It's a place where little boys put on jerseys and shorts, dream big about stardom on fine hardwood courts, but awake to the harsh reality of the stripped, unfinished inner city floor where life splinters. Cold winters are sheltered by crack houses instead of recreational centers that they claim to not have the paper to keep open for operation. The deconstruction of the black family has been in perpetuation ever since Willie Lynch set his theory in motion. Decharacterization was his sole promotion. Therefore, if you take the basketball out of his face and put the coke in its place, he'll still score. What's a young boy to do when he doesn't want to do wrong, but there's a lock on the right door? When he has the heart of a soldier, the aggression of a prize fighter, but no one's taught him what to fight for. See, most of our families are fatherless and quite poor, so we missed out on meals as well as kisses and hugs. You got the audacity to cut the funding for the facilities that keep us off the streets, then ask us why we sell drugs. But imagine if we put down our dice and guns, picked up our daughters and sons, and put a little love right there where the hate is. Imagine if we had the chance to become accountants before being taught what the difference between wet and dry weight is. Imagine if these little inner city kids had the same type of schools that these rich kids have way out there in the sticks. Imagine if we had the chance to learn chemistry for real before we learned how to whip 7.5 out of 6. Imagine if that little black girl could go to that dance school for free and learn to love the dream of that Broadway show. Imagine if she wasn't forced into a game where you assume a filthy name and put your soul and your ass up for show. Imagine if she was taught to love herself, imitate no one, demand and demonstrate respect when she walks through the door. Imagine if she watched the telly and saw herself during the primetime hour instead of the 4 o'clock video whore. Imagine. Yeah. So without shame, I exclaim, I love her. The wind hover between us remains wordless and loud like Sunday choirs we shout for. Spirit and soul wrapped in true love can only sing. Trapped in you love can only bring out our greatest we. Give my life on love's battlefield if she is to be my Valkyrie and walk me into the next life. Stand taller than my earth height for her in this existence. My resistance is futile. Ooh, how my kundalini vibrates at thoughts of her. And when those thoughts occur, I'm left thinking how thoughtful of a universe to offer me such a beautiful vision to feast my eyes on every day, in every way. Left full like Thanksgiving meals. Our Thanksgiving spills abundantly, angst-driven undersea. We replace fear with faith. Faced our reflection in each other's eyes and refused to look away from the truth that stared in return. See, we learn pain is a choice, like love is a voice that only we give permission to speak. We peak when hurt's torturous shriek is depleted. Affirmations repeated form force field around our conjunction. What gumption we have to be so in tune. Not even the universe can impugn that we paraloon, despite gravity's limitations. We incite ethereal simulations so real we can almost feel the moon dust clutched between our palms. Our story that of parables and psalms of how love conquers all. We, arms for its ill-fated. Words, melodies, and metaphors memorized and restated as if mantra or sora. We cite for sore eyes that still hold hope in the painter's optical parameter, the pentamina in the poet's pen, the passion upon his palate, his reason for recitation. See, we resuscitation after being breathless, we deathless. Popularly opinionated as the contrary to that which might expire, optimally fixated on voluntary desire. See, we choose to be here, refuse to see here anything less than divinity, yet primitively we adore as if we know nothing more than to do just this. Trust this will see us through like new mornings and yesterday's lessons. In ways blessings descend from a God delightfully tickled at our ascension. Upon command, the heavens stand at attention and perform for us. We climate control, the weather reforms for us, for we sunshine and warm amidst the cloud, cold, and storm of this living. This form of giving is nothing less than daily treasure as we create creation in all its ugly and beauty and pain and pleasure. For all those that come within our circumference to truly discover that without shame, I exclaim, I love her purely. I was nervous because I came here and there's like a pamphlet and shit with my face on the cover, and then there's another magazine with my face in it, then I'm on the radio, then I'm doing TV drops and shit. I was like, damn, I never felt this special. I feel special. I was like, damn, I hope I don't fuck up. So I ain't no player hater, but I'll hate a player if you push me. See, nigga, while you stand there using all your heart, trying to look the part with your cold, still eyes, nigga, you don't realize you just pussy for sale. Now, see, I would call you female, but you too frail. While she held queen, I mean your existence is fractionally vaginal. Like the slits of the whores you use to suit your feeble needs, faulty fertilizing. I've been drinking. That's the poet's way of saying I fucked up. You say. Cat's like, oh, that's a work in progress. I fucked up. So I ain't no player hater, but I'll hate a player if you push me. See, nigga, while you stand there using all your heart, trying to look the part with your cold, still, disclaimer. Okay, I didn't forget the poem just now. I know that I say the N-word a whole lot. I say nigga. Y'all have a problem with that? Because I was somewhere one time, I was in Dallas, and every time I said nigga, it seemed like the house lighting got brighter, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just come from a place where, my grandfather always told me that if the poet is not in trouble with the king, he's in trouble with his work. My father always told me you should be able to jump out a car on the corner of the cats you grew up with and make them stop what they doing if you're really a poet. Sonia Sanchez told me to be a poet means to be extraordinary and ordinary at the same time. So I feel like I speak the people's language because I'm a voice for the people, So anyway, I'm not a player hater, but I'll hate a player if you push me. See, nigga, while you stand there using all your heart, trying to look the part with your cold, still eyes, nigga, you don't realize you just pussy for sale. Now, see, I would call you female, but you too frail. While she held queen, I mean your existence is fractionally vaginal. Like the slits of the whores you use to suit your feeble needs, you know saturated soil and faulty fertilizer. Sure, your future seeds will be just like you, pussy, for sale. On corner auction blocks, lost flocks of brethren, now invested in by this America with stocks of cocaine. Temporary monetary gain for exchange of eternal pain, while the stain of your false reality remains an ever imprinted actuality on your kids and in your kids, as they too have to suffer with you through the bids. Just kids. Try not to let those lonely echoes bother. Knowing that father does not answer when they holler due to his undying infatuation with the dollar. Has been street scholar, now sees his toddlers through glass. And as the years pass, they grow fast and begin to understand, damn, dad didn't have to go away from us because he didn't love us, just that he wasn't no real fucking man. I look at the newspaper like, oh damn, that's that cat that changed his name from David to Ayatollah. High roller, Motorola soldier, Tech 9 under his polar ass nigga. Don't know his future or past, nigga, but that fast trigger got this die-cast 40-ounce swigger thinking his shit is bigger than mine. Niggas not surprising to find that your state of mind got you parking that $63,000 Lexus Flex right outside your mother's hard-earned $22,000 duplex. You know, the one right next to the projects where pseudo-elated, coke game created, crime-related manhood got you ass out, nigga. Getting high till you pass out, nigga. Quick way up, fast way out, nigga, how you figure your shit is bigger than mine? These fucked up times and hardcore rhymes got you throwing up gang signs and claiming coast or shades of color, with shameless boasts of emotionless lovers that gazed upon that ice that covered that pendant of that religion you do not follow. Your faith has evaporated and made your soul hollow. Childhood dreams turned pharmaceutical schemes got you fucking with triple beams. Cat pilling, robbing and stealing for a piece of this American pie ass nigga. Ready to die ass nigga, fly ass nigga, sit you in the cell, you probably cry ass nigga. How the fuck you figure your shit is bigger than mine? I see you. Diamond blinking, Cuban linking, and full-length minking, all strung out on delusional thinking. And as the government subsidizes these laboratory high-rises with new chemical surprises, you continue to hide your true self behind movie gangster disguises, oblivious to what life's true prize is, equating stupidity with the length you think your dick size is. The truth in your eyes is falsified, fabricated, while you sit and wait for your fate to be debated by juries and judges who've held over 450 years worth of grudges. Nigga, get back, sit back and rediscover how to be an honest father, loyal lover, righteous brother, and not just another motherfucking nigga.
Yo, Ice. My man. I know I met you back up in the States, but you didn't know I was here. You know, I just want to take this time and say, where does echo come from? Thank you for coming and blessing us with your presence. It was freaking awesome. And now, I must say, I haven't been to the poetry readings in quite some time. But you did inspire me to write another rhyme. So next month, I ain't gonna be no punk. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna spit a few lines. Thank all of you for coming out to this event. We also want to say thank you to our sponsors. Harney's, Mellow Moves with the best food. National Bank of the Virgin Islands. JTV. I'm gonna be on TV, mama. Patricia Wharton, I love you, mama.